In this video, we're going to look at this horror dump for the overall crypto market, and Bitcoin dumped all the way from the all-time high to our swing low, where we can see this bounce at the moment exactly 15%. So are we going to get this continuation all the way to my bearish price target, the $60,000 level, or are we even going to get this continuation all the way down to the $50,000 range? We're going to look at the charts to find out what we could expect. But most importantly, guys, I'm going to give you two things that you should be doing at the moment. So should you sell all of your Bitcoin and all of your cryptocurrencies exactly here? Because yes, we're seeing this major dump in the overall crypto market. Some coins are down 20 to even 30%. So yes, we're going to find out what you should be doing at the moment. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. But most importantly, guys, activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And welcome back to B for Crypto. Yes, this looks quite horrific on the weekly chart of Bitcoin because we have this doji candle that signalizes that we have reached the top for Bitcoin. We could expect a 20% correction, which isn't going to be the end of the world, because yes, the 20% correction would go all the way back down to this major support box, this green support box, exactly at the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Because if we're going to zoom out, guys, this is normal within the bull market that we're going to get these 20% corrections, as we saw in the previous bull market, exactly here at the Bitcoin halving, exactly here afterwards, and also all the way up to the new all-time high of Bitcoin. We always saw these 20% corrections, and even here at the top, we saw this all-time high correction of 20%, pump back up, 20% correction, and then we even got this major dump towards the downside, and the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way back up to form a new high. Yes, this time it's going to be different because Bitcoin has broken the previous all-time high before the Bitcoin halving exactly here. Even if we're going to get this dump all the way back down to the $50,000 level, guys, this would still be ultimately bullish because on the weekly chart, Bitcoin would still be forming higher lows, and this would still give us the signal that we are still in this bullish move towards the upside and that we could expect this parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving. But let's go down on the daily chart. Because yes, if we're going to zoom out, then we can see that Bitcoin has perfectly reached a new all-time high exactly at the levels of $37,779. We saw this dump underneath the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, got this perfect rejection as well as from this major trend line, and we dumped all the way back down and we broke the 38.2, and at the moment we're getting this short-term bounce exactly at the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. And remember, in between the 50% and the 61.8, this is going to be our golden ratio. So ultimately, guys, we could expect a short-term bounce exactly from these levels. But yes, I also have these trend lines, which we can perfectly see came all the way from this major breakout, exactly from this level of the $43,000 level, where we saw this major breakout. And yes, we're still holding this major upward sloping trend exactly here, where we saw this bounce exactly here. We came all the way up, and at the moment we're getting this retracement of 15%, and we're bouncing off from the 50 moving average and also from this upward sloping trend exactly here. So ultimately, guys, if we're going to get the short-term bounce, we need to break this downward sloping trend and come well above the 23.6 to form a higher high exactly here, so that we could say the overall trend has turned around, form the double bottom at this trend line, and that we could say that yes, we're going to break the previous all-time high. But guys, if we're going to break this level towards the downside, ultimately we can see where the next levels are, which is going to be the $60,000 level, which is also exactly at the 61.8 and at this major support box. And yes, on the weekly chart we can perfectly see that this green support box comes all the way from the previous bull market, where we can see a lot of resistance exactly here, and also some support and resistance exactly within these levels. So yes, we can see that there's a lot of liquidity and that we could expect that Bitcoin is going to get a bounce exactly from these levels. But our next bearish case is going to be ultimately the 38.2, which is exactly on the weekly chart the $50,000 level. And if we go on the daily chart, we can see that it perfectly lines up with this major previous resistance exactly here. So ultimately, guys, if we're going to lose the 60,000, I would consider the 50,000 as a bearish price target. But guys, don't be surprised with all the buying pressure that the market is going to turn around within these regions and that we're going to see a sideways move. Because yes, guys, ultimately we're seeing this 15% dump, which is nothing compared to all the price movement that we saw for Bitcoin. We saw this major pump towards the upside from the bottom exactly here, we can see that we pumped, so this consolidation, pumped, consolidation, this major consolidation and this major sideways move where a lot of people turned bearish exactly here, but then we saw this major breakout, consolidation, 20% correction and this major breakout at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to get this 20% correction all the way to the 60,000 US dollar level, and that we could expect, yes guys, we're going to turn around within these regions. But back on the daily chart, we should also consider that we're going to see a long sideways move for Bitcoin to get all of the people out of the market that entered all the way up here, all the weak hands, that they're going to sell in these regions to accumulate all of their Bitcoin. Because yes, even if we're going to get this fast move towards the downside all the way to the 50,000 US dollar level, guys, this wouldn't be a lot of pain for all of these short-term investors, because this would be a fast move and a quick recovery all the way back up. This is really going to get all of the weak hands out of the market if we're going to get the sideways move and the sideways consolidation over time, which would be extremely healthy for the overall market. So yes, maybe we're going to get this bounce exactly from these levels, come all the way back up to the 38.2 and dump all the way back down to form a double bottom or even break this level towards the downside, and we're going to see the slow grind all the way to these levels and to the Bitcoin halving, or we could expect this fast move towards the downside. But guys, now we're going to come to the most important question, what you should be doing at the moment. Two things: don't sell any Bitcoin or don't sell any cryptocurrency dollar cost average in these lows, because if we go over to the weekly chart, yes, we can see a lot of blood in the street, but this gives you the opportunity to buy all of these projects on a discount. Because yes, if we go on the monthly bubbles, we can see that all of these projects saw a major pump towards the upside. Yes, Fetch AI went up 210%, and if we go on the daily chart, we can see it is down only 3.5%. So this gives you the opportunity for all of these coins that we've been talking about on this channel to buy in at these low levels, because yes, you can get PITH on a 10% discount. And let's go on the monthly chart, we can see that PITH is up 55%. So ultimately guys, you're not buying the top, because yes, on the daily chart for PITH, we can see that we came all the way back down to this major resistance level, which now turned into support. But yes, we saw this major pump towards the upside, and exactly here I posted my buying zone and we were in some major profits. If we're going to look at the measured move all the way from these levels, this perfect entry all the way to the swing high, this was a pump of 700%, and yes, we're getting this 20% correction. So guys, don't sell exactly here, hold on to your projects, and if you want dollar cost average in these lows to get a better entry, because yes, ultimately guys, if we go over to GRT, we are seeing this perfect retest of this major zone, and yes, we've been talking about this previous bull market support, and if we're going to see this recovery, we could expect this major pump towards the upside. And yes, you would have sold exactly here because you're scared that GRT is going to dump even lower, and you're going to reinvest exactly here after we're seeing this bullish move. Because yes, if we're going to get this sideways slow grind for Bitcoin, we could expect that all of these altcoins are going to see a major push towards the upside. And yes, I understand that this major dump of 30% might frighten a lot of people, but if we're going to look at this pump that we had beforehand, guys, this is nothing compared to all the gains that we're going to make in this major bull run. And if you want to buy all of these coins, go down in the video description below and sign up with my links to receive a major deposit bonus up to 30,000 US dollars. If you're going to sign up with Bybit, or if you want to trade without any KYC, sign up to MEXC, where you receive a major deposit bonus, or you can trade all of this on Drift on a decentralized trading platform on the Solana network. But ultimately guys, I expected this pump is going to continue, because yes, we saw this major pump for render all the way from the bottom, exactly here, all the way to the swing high. This was a pump of 1200%, and at the moment we're getting this small correction. So this means guys, don't sell exactly here, because this is just going to be like we saw exactly here, this small breather in this bullish run towards the upside. And yes guys, I do believe that render and all of the AI coins are going to see a bright future. So yes, go down in the video description below and look at all of my coins that I mentioned in the previous video, and make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe. But most importantly, at the moment, do nothing, hold on to your coins, dollar cost average into all of these major discounts that you're getting on the daily chart. And if you always want to stay up to date, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group. And yes, make use of this free money and sign up to Bybit to receive a major deposit bonus. And we see each other in the next video.